So, let's move on, my friend. You wanted to talk a little bit about investigative journalism, and I think this is probably as good a time.
I think so. I mean, it's difficult. We can't really hang it on anything this week, but trundling through Parliament is this commission in relation to looking at FOIs, Freedom of Information Act requests, and they stuffed this commission full of people who are against releasing information, basically. So we know what's going to happen, and FOIs are a big tool of investigative journalists. We know what's going to happen. They're going to restrict even further the FOIs, and they aren't perfect now by any means, but they're going to be even less perfect. Now I think that's going to be enormously bad for investigative journalism, and investigative journalism does have an important role to play. There are, I think, more than three actually, but first of all, three important planks of investigative journalism. Get your facts right, research properly, don't be afraid to upset people, because people are going to be upset. Get yourself a good lawyer, because I've lost count of the number of times I've had kind of legal threats, and because the thing is, a letter on a nasty letter from a lawyer's office, with a headed note paper, only costs 50 quid or something. You can send those out, whatever, and people get very worried about these things.
Yeah, the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham and Howe, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they don't. It doesn't cost anything to do that, really. Libel suits do cost a lot more. But then you get this issue of, it costs a lot to fight these things, and no legal aid in relation to it, and you are uncovering possibly very important information, and I know that you have as well, Dennis, in your work, and there is an issue there. If they are going to change and tighten up FOIs, what it is going to mean about our democracy, which is far from perfect now.
I saw in the Western Mail, there was an article yesterday about this whole commission that's looking not just at the BBC but at the Freedom of Information Act and all these, and I thought, boy, this is just a prescription for disaster. And even the Western Mail agreed that independent journalism, even though it also affects them, is important. So I can't see this ending well.
No, when we have we've got a pretty neutered opposition, and we've got a stridently right-wing, fairly right-wing government. The journalism has an important role to play. And investigative journalism has a very important role to play, because otherwise these things won't come out. And if they're going to tighten up, makes me angry. Sorry, Dennis. If they're going to tighten up FOIs even further, there's so many caveats already. Like, for example, we're not allowed to talk about the royal family, put questions in the royal family, blah blah blah, and unless you phrase your question exactly right, they can wriggle out of it. All this is going to be changed again.
Just crazy.
It makes my blood boil.